What was the impact of Catherine the Great's policies on the peasants? Have you ever wondered how a ruler's policies can shape the lives of everyday people? Catherine the Great, who ruled Russia from 1762 to 1796, had a significant impact on the peasants during her reign. Her policies were aimed at strengthening the Russian Empire, but they also deeply affected the lives of those who worked the land. Catherine continued and expanded the system of serfdom, which tied peasants to the land and made them dependent on their noble owners. This system was quite harsh, resembling slavery more than other forms of labor in Europe at the time. Peasants were not bound to the land itself but to their lords, who had considerable control over their lives. One of her key policies involved distributing state-owned peasants to private landowners. This decision increased the number of serfs and was intended to reward the nobility and encourage economic activity. However, it further entrenched the peasants in servitude, limiting their freedom and mobility. Landowners were granted the power to punish their serfs at their discretion, which included sentencing them to hard labor in Siberia, a punishment typically reserved for serious criminals. Catherine also restricted the peasants' ability to appeal directly to the monarch for relief from abusive masters. This was a practice that had been common in the past. While she did introduce some reforms aimed at preventing former serfs from being re-enslaved, her overall approach did not transform the system. Instead, it reinforced the existing social hierarchy, with the nobility holding significant power over the peasants. The impact of these policies was evident in the widespread discontent among peasants, leading to major rebellions like Pugachevs' rebellion. This uprising was led by Yemelyan Pugachev, who claimed to be Catherine's deceased husband, Peter III. Thousands of peasants joined him, seeking freedom from serfdom. The rebellion highlighted the deep grievances of the peasantry and the failure of Catherine's policies to address their needs or improve their conditions. From a broader European history perspective, Catherine's policies on serfdom stand in contrast to the Enlightenment ideals she otherwise promoted. While she sought to modernize Russia and align it with European standards, her support for serfdom was criticized by European neighbors who viewed it as backward and oppressive. This contradiction reflects the complex nature of her rule, balancing modernization efforts with the preservation of traditional social structures. Catherine the Great's policies had a lasting impact on the Russian Empire and its peasants, shaping the social dynamics of her time and influencing future generations.